Now let's see today's lab. Today's lab is a parenthesis match. Today we are going to use stack. Then we are going to check only the parenthesis is matching or not. So for example, if I look at the output first, if I started from the bracket, I have to finish with the bracket somehow. If I do not have a bracket at the end, so this order is not correct. In that case, it's not matching. If I have triangular bracket, start with the triangular bracket, end with it. Then if I have a curly brace in the middle, curly brace should be closed before I close the triangular bracket. That is good. If I do not have any parentheses, that's good. If I have like a right parenthesis first without left parenthesis, that is not good. After I'm checking, then restart, it's okay. As long as it is closing correctly, it is good. So if every parents are matched correctly, that is good. That's what sample run is doing. Then in this lab, you have to do two things. One is making test data. You are going to enter your test cases into the main method. Then when you add the test case, you're going to use array list method. So you're going to just simple use add method will be okay. That add. Then this is the string type. So you can just pass a string like open 5 plus 7 close, something like this. Then you're going to test all the cases. There's a sample run, so you can just simply input those things. So when you read it in the checkParen method, this is the second thing you have to do, which returns true or false, good or bad. If it's true, good. If it's false, bad will be printed. In here, you are going to read each term or each, how can I say, each token. There are two ways you can read each token. One, and it's two ways. You can also use other ways. One of the way is you can use split method of the string. So after you read it, expression will be like a whole expression, looks like this, what I input. Then you can use the split method, like an expression, the split, by passing the space or \s. It does not matter whatever you use, when you use. Then this one will return the string type array. So you are going to assign this to the string type array, then use it, and goes through every single token. Another way is you can use a scanner. If you use array, you are going to use a for loop. If you use a scanner, you are going to use a while loop. So when you use a scanner, you can read, you can just make the scanner type. Then you can just pass a string. Now scanner. If you just pass the string variable to the scanner object, then you can use while loop, while scan has next. Then you can get the current token. So you can also use a string tokenizer too. Current token will be just a scan dot next. So whenever you call the scan dot next, it's going to return the before between space or tab or whatever token breakers. So like the first time the parenthesis will be returned, then second time 5 will be returned, and third time plus will be returned. So you can think about how to read it. Then what you're going to do is you're going to use a helper method, is left parent and is right parent. If you see the left and right string, the matching parenthesis has the same index value. So is left parent and is right parent returns index value, then you can compare those indexes, then you can say this is the pair or not, matching parenthesis or not. Let's see some cases. First, if you don't have anything, you are going to say it's true. But like this one, when you have the right parenthesis, if there's no left parenthesis before, you are going to say false. In this case, after you are done, the parenthesis, bracket, parenthesis, then matching parenthesis, then matching bracket. But if your expression is end without closing, that is also bad. So you can think about the stack, how to use the stack there. Especially the last one. Whenever I get the token, I'm going to check if it's left or right. If it's left, push into the stack. So left parenthesis goes into the stack. Then done. Then look at the next token. If it's left, push into the stack. If it's the left, push into the stack. Then if it's not left, not right, just ignore. Ignore, ignore. Then if you have a right parent, you are going to check the stack. If the stack is not empty, you are going to pop it. Pop and compare the matchiness. So you are going to pop, then you are going to compare if they have the matching parenthesis or not. If it's matching, keep going. If it's not matching, you are going to return false. So this is done. Then ignore, ignore. When you see the right parenthesis, you are going to pop it from the stack and compare. If it is matching parenthesis, that means you are going to keep going. Or there is nothing. When you are done, if a stack is empty, that means good, because all the left parentheses got matched. But if a stack is not empty, that means it's not good. That means one right is missing. So this is what you're supposed to do in the checkParen. So first, you are going to have some way to read each token. Then second, you are going to make a stack to use. Then third, go through each token in the expression. Then you are going to check if it's left or if it's right. Then at the end, you are going to check stack is empty or not. Then if you pass all those test cases, that means you are good to go. So this is today's lab. And one thing, you have to use the is right parent and is left parent, the helper method, which is given. And they are going to return the index number. So when you check the matching or not, you are going to call those methods and compare if they return the same index number or not. To use the stack, you have to import. You need to remember this part. Then when you add expression, you are going to add it to your array list in the main method. Remember that now the new version has a space between each one. So give some spaces. Then you are going to instantiate stack. You need to know how to instantiate stack. Then the traverse expression, now I'm not using this anymore. I just explained like a split and scanner. Then do not use left.index of directly. Instead of left.index of is left parent helper method. Then you can use the stack method. Stack knows push, pop. Whenever you pop, you want to store somewhere or use it directly. Then is empty method are useful. Then when you compare, now not index of anymore, after you pop it, you are going to check is popped one is left parent, so is left parent popped returns the same as is right parent with the current. That means they are matching. If it's not the same, it's not matching, then return false.